let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was...
We are just to the west of you, Coach, on the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. Deuce. 80 weapons. It's a safety creek.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. A huge play there right off the bat. 44 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Watch twins. Check four. Leo.
Now Kamara. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
What you got, Abby? Give me some. Here we go. Pilot, 64, weak. Watch the ship. Ready?
2nd and 9 now. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off.
Bravo.
Back to throw here. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll be stopped shy. The 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Ready.
Winston and the Bucs take over now 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
19 yards there on the catch and run. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Jameis to throw it. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. From the gun, Winston. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
He gets it to Cooks. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Ready? 125. Yeah. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Mike, let him go.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Marcus Davenport, the first-rounder out of UTSA with a sack. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Here we go. Got it.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They trail 3-0 after the INT last time led to a field goal, but now another fresh start here, 1st and 10.
Under pressure. Now. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Check pass.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
18 Gator. Mike 51.
From the gun on 3rd down, Patterson. And some room to work. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Zerline good with a PAT, and the lead grows to 10-0. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
61, matchbox, light. Hey, team 6.
Throwing again. Patterson looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
Go. Hard.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Patterson. And he will find his man on the outside. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
20! He gets it to Thomas. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
Set 50, plant. 45. You gon' take. You got take. You got take.
Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
With the score, Buccaneers 10, Saints nothing.
Here we go. Set 91. Hey, wahoo. Ready?
Off the play fake. Patterson. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Patterson looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ian Thomas, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Jared Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
To try again after the sack. Winston, that's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. 3rd and short yardage. Winston. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he goes out right around the 39. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
The Buccaneers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Winston of the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
SOS. Mike 47.
From the pistol, it's Gurley. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Gurley. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball in the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the 17, Winston. And he's going to keep it here.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now it's Gurley. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Sean Dion Hamilton was there to bring him down defensively.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Quick pass out to Miller. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Scott Miller, his second touchdown on the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be fielded at the 6. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They begin on the ground with Camaro. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. To throw on second down, Patterson. Thomas has got it, complete. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the gun, Patterson. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his second touchdown on the season, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick, and he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, and now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Throwing on 1st down. Patterson, and Thomas has it. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Rock it. Recon, 132 fighter. Check out. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. X3. 218. Chop it. Get it.
On the counter, here's Kamara. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. He's at the 40. The 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Zerline now for the PAT. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. It's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ready? Blue ready. 47. Check, 47. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
He may try and run for this. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off here, the 32. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Oh, this is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick sixes from the same quarterback in the same game.
And I know that many are going to scream at the coach about why did you let him stay out there to throw those. But truthfully, what are the odds that you're going to throw 3 pick sixes in a game? You want to leave him out there so they can work through some of the rough stuff.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Throwing after the interception. Patterson gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. 25 yards that time. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. Tackle made by Rasheem Green.
Nice job by the defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Looking to throw on second down. Patterson. And he's got his man on the out route. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 35.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. That's caught. It's Thomas. Give them 32 on the play. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise...
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Saints get a bit closer. Lutz with the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now Winston. And this is caught by Evans. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Let's make these babies cry. Let's make these babies cry. Check 99. Check 99.
Winston now from the 50. He's letting it fly for Cooks. This is caught. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Brandon Cooks scoring a touchdown against his former mates as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, 34 yards. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will get them one closer. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Winston now. And that's complete to Cooks. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
To Brandon Cooks. That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 12.
20. White 25. 27. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Wait. Come on. Follow. He don't want it. Fight shot. Watch the twins. 4-7's the mic. 4-7's the mic. No.
On 3rd down, Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th.
Money. Blue lady. Green, triple T. All day. Defense all day. All day. 47's the mic, boys. 47. Check. 47. on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Let's go.
They go play action. Winston. Flush to his right. Going up top for Miller. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Ready.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
It's our time. Flip it, flip it, flip it. 25. Check 25. Go. 4-7's the mic. 4-7's the mic. Let's go.
To the air again with Winston. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory.
We got this.
A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Jameis Winston keeping it himself from 10 yards away as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
So that'll back him up 5.
Easy work, and it's coming again.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Ooh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Vic Beasley. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Patterson. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Patterson. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
General West.
On 4th down, Patterson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the gun, Patterson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bobby Wagner, the former 2nd rounder out of Utah State, with a sack. Back to throw. Patterson, he throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in...
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 20. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the third time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who are getting 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. He completes it to Evans. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Winston now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. Here's Winston. He'll fire one end zone for Cooks. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. But it'll be second down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Gurley. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Winston from the gun on third down. And, Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked off by Marcus Williams. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The first down run with Gurley, good for only about 3. It's second down now. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Play fake. Winston. He gets it to Cooks. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jameis to throw it. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Marcus Davenport able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Winston to throw for it on fourth. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Bucs try it on fourth down, but come up empty. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. To throw again. Patterson. He's going to let it fly. It's caught at the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. And that one results in 35 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10.
45 to go.
Operating from the gun. Patterson. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 9-yard touchdown grab. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
42. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken at the 3. He'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
I have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Get in the weight room.
They run. It's Gurley. And an alley to run. And he will be marked down inside of New Orleans 10. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints 9.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's